If you were focusing on building the online up and in your case studies, proof uh, tab type thing, where would you, first question is, where would you kind of post that? Would that be kind of Instagram? Where would you find is the best source of getting new customers? Would it be ads, Instagram, or stories, or
Sure. So I think one of the big things to ask, which is important, is who is your customer? So as an example, if you told me, oh, if I look at the last 10 customers that I've had, they've all been finance bros. I would go, you got to be on LinkedIn. You got to be messaging people on LinkedIn, posting that you help finance professionals. Yeah, you don't have to go crazy and post 100 things a day. But if you have a LinkedIn profile that says, I help professionals achieve their fitness goals, that's very captivating. And then you send non-automated, because everyone goes crazy with the automations to start instead of like learning if something works in the first place. The kind of flow is test, validate, automate. See if it works, right? Really dial it in and then automate it. So the example is if the last 10 guys that you worked with were all finance bros, then I would get on LinkedIn and I'd be messaging them there one after another with individual messages, because it's not just them. Remember, they have their full network. So it could be, oh, I don't have any fitness goals. My buddy's running a triathlon, or he said he wanted to. I can send him your stuff if you'd like. You'd be like, yeah, send him my Calendly. I'd love to have him book 15 minutes with me, and away we go. Versus if you were like, I help 35-year-old, women that do blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, you got to be on the gram. You got to be. So, first, where you should be. And second, before I think to market, I think of marketing as having like it available, meaning if you had your Instagram, I would have a link tree. And in that link tree, I would have case studies, right? Even if it was just a write up of what the case study is. So that way people have a way of seeing it. And then from there, you can, of course, add on more testimonials and then begin messaging people. So that way, when they come to your profile, they see the proof and they're basically in your sales process already.